Hey everybody, good energy to you guys. So it's a little before 5 here in the morning, and it's just very fresh and peaceful out here. So anywho, so I guess a good place to start would be to say, to Tiana, yesterday I jumped in and out of your streams, but I probably watched maybe a total of like 30 to 45 minutes of everything that you shared yesterday. And it's nothing. I say that because I did see one part of her stream when she was talking about how if I pretend that I didn't see her streams or heard her talk about the things she talked about, that I was going to come across as bullshit or fake or authentic or whatever. And, so I thought I'd just share with her that, I did watch parts of your stream, but not the full duration of them. And I don't think I'm going to. And it largely because I'm just kind of burned out on YouTube right now. YouTube, yeah, it's just the whole dynamic of watching things through these devices and interacting with people this type of way. I mean, it's got me here, and there's been a lot of good times, and I don't want to, I'm at a point in my life to where I know I need to go and, okay, so this leads us to the next point. Tomorrow I'm going to be flying to Arizona. And, it's interesting how Arizona is the destination that, has come to be where I'm going to go. Because even with things not working out with Yana and her friend Dan, I still wanted to go to Florida. I still want to be by the beach. I like being near citrus trees where I can just, pluck fruit when I need to, or fruit falls on the ground. It's easy to get food. The climate is perfect for people who are homeless. They have a huge homeless community, there's a lot of homeless people there. So the 13th sun is there. I've never been to Florida. It's a very orange state. I love the color orange. So I want to go to Florida, but there's a ripple effect for everything, and my mom's just not happy with me going there. And so then the next alternative was Austin. And I was like, okay, well, I go to Austin then. And she was like, no, I don't feel good about you going to Austin either. So I was like, all right, shit. And then that's when she volunteered Arizona. She said, that's what I feel good about. So I just said, fuck it, fine, sure. I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm going to embrace it. I feel, since living here in Oregon, I've gone back to Arizona multiple times, to try to reconnect with friends, to get away from Portland, spend time in the sunshine. It's something that's happened a few different times, and it's just interesting. And then, with meeting, vibes and frequencies and his interactions with Arizona, and then I tried to get back to Arizona and it still didn't work out. And it's like, after everything, here I am going back to the desert. So, that's definitely something I wanted to share with y'all, is that, tomorrow, I think I have a 11 o'clock flight, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna be fucking heading on fucking over to AZ. And I'm going to be spending time meditating, getting a lot of sunshine, fresh air. And also, I'm bringing a notebook, or maybe a couple of notebooks, and I'm just going to extrapolate everything about this project that I can into a more simpler and condensed version, and get it written up at a library and send it to some investors. because there is still a very important job that I have not yet accomplished. I've gotten a lot of work done on it, but you know, I mean, it's just that extra little, you know, just, you know, kind of capping to, you know, the ultimate goal is what's needed, you know, just a little bit icing on top type thing, because the general consensus and pattern of it is all there. I just need to put it all together in the right type of way and, you know, just iron out a few details and this and that. So, you know, getting away from the house, getting some sunshine, being able to walk around, changing up the environment, getting away from distractions, all these things will help me accomplish this mission. Because one thing about Arizona, especially being homeless on the streets, especially it's a city that I've already been to, you know, there's not a whole lot of distractions really, unless you're trying to party and go to bars and shit, and that's not what I'm about. So it will be a good place for me to focus on what I need to focus on to get this job done and help change things. So I just want you guys to know the project is still very much alive, and by me taking this trip is going to help, I mean, one way or another, I mean, it's going to help me get it done, you know, or it's going to put me in a place to where I realize that it's not what I need to do with my life, and I'll embrace something else and move on. I don't think that's going to happen, but for me, one way or another, it's going to make it or break it. So that'll be happening. And another thing too, like, there's all this talk about being authentic and real and fake, and, you know, in my opinion, nothing is not real. Everything is authentic. When people speak on these things, they're talking about people who aren't real or authentic, and, you know, this is where we live. When you have to realize we've grown up in a society that suppresses people's ability to speak on what they really feel. So when I say really feel, like, you know, again, right there, I'm fucking myself up by using that really feel things. They just suppress the way you feel. They change the way you feel. They curb your attention to somewhere else, you know. So yeah, we do live in a place where people, it's not so much that they aren't authentic, it's just that they're just twisted the fuck up. Like, their, you know, their quote-unquote true self is just mixed up with this other artificial, which is still real, it's just man-made, it's man-manipulated, you know, information that they've absorbed based on the reality we've lived in. So based on that absorption of this twisted, convoluted, propaganda-driven reality, they then have that element within themselves, and some people have more of it than others, and I think it's that element that we see and we hear and we call it fake, when in actuality it's completely real. It's just something that's been manipulated and fucked with. So it's like when Yana and others call the people out for not being fake or authentic, it's just like, you know, you guys are really being quite pretentious, first of all, and it's not even accurate. If you look at the definition, it is real. They are really being this thing right there. You know, and it's like and another thing too is, like, you guys say it in a way like we're putting on a mask, like we know something different, but that's not the case at all. That's who I am in that moment. That's all I could have been, because that's all I was. So just food for thought for y'all, you know, maybe, you know, try not to, I mean, do you, but that's just my 2 cents on the whole idea of being real, being fake. So, but, you know, and to say, you know, some good things, not that I said anything bad, but for Yana, an example that she's very good, the reason why she comes across as so real is because she's very good about speaking her own unmanipulated, unconvoluted by other sources voice. You know, she knows how to speak what she really feels in that moment without letting, I mean, when I watch her, she's very good about letting, like, nothing in. Like, she's very honed in on who the fuck she is, who her tune is, and what she wants to put out there, and she doesn't let shit really get in the way. And very rarely. So that's good, you know, and that's why she's very powerful, because she knows who she is, and she's able to express her power without letting it be fucked with by other people's. And the reason why so many of us don't have much power is because we're always getting fucked with by other people's, but we allow that to happen. So it's our fault, and it's not that you're not being real, it's just that you're less of yourself and you're more of something else. It's like yesterday and the day before, I had taken a lot of kava. So whenever I do that, I'm absorbing more of a plant, you know, so I'm becoming more of the kava and less of myself. So I lose more of my own voice and my own desire and willingness to want to speak, because I no longer have that good connection, because I've put a bunch of shit inside myself. So now I've got to go through the experience of being more kava kava than me, essentially. So, you know, just again, some more food for thought. And I'm gonna try to crunch out you know, a good number of videos today to say some things to some people and just leave things as well as I can before I depart. But I hope you all are doing well, and all right, I love you guys. Have a good one. All right, peace.